came all the way from nothing, turned it into something. No, these niggas cannot beat me. Don't know why they keep on trying. I'ma keep on grinding. My your boy gon' be on TV. We came all the way from nothing, turned it into something. Yeah, we made it something. They like the way I turned nothing into something.
What's up? What's fly? And what's happening? Welcome back, inmates. You tuned in to another episode of Behind Bars, the podcast that goes behind the bars of local and international artists, as well as discusses the culture in real time. Because as I always say, a life lived, it's a bar. I'm your hostess with the mostest. I'm Miss Playmont, and I'm back once again, holding down Monday nights like we always do. And I got an extremely exciting guest on the show today. And y'all know when the guests come through, I get excited. Playmont get excited about guests. And this guest, I think, is going to add something really important to the conversation, doing what it is that he does. Because the song we looking at, man, I'm telling you this song. Let me tell you how we got on this song, right? I'm a person that I go a lot of different places, a lot of little different events, and there's always intermissions and things like that at these events, right? And so I pay attention to what they play and how the crowd reacts to it, right? So I've been a few places, and there's a few songs that it sends the place into a tizzy. One of the songs that's not the song that we're doing tonight that I find very interesting is Blow the Whistle by Too Short. Let me tell you something. When Blow the Whistle come on, the atmosphere shift. I was at the Dave Chappelle show in Chicago, and it was during one of the intermissions, and the Blow the Whistle came on, and the place got lit immediately. And I'm just tell off on myself. I was sitting down, and when I heard that whistle blow, I got up when I heard, because I remember Too Short. Go on and on. Okay. And I mean, it just sends the play. So I pay attention to stuff like that. This song by Tee Grizzly is one of those type of songs. First day out. And it's so interesting because it is a lot of lyrics in the beginning with no beat, right? The people know all the lyrics. That's the baffling part to me. I'm an artist. Well, I was an artist. Like, I understand rap. I understand bars. I'm telling you, I was with two of my homegirls that are not really into music or rap like I am. One of them, she know all the words. And it's not like it's real rhythmic. It's just hard to explain. But when that beat drop in, the whole place just shifted. And it was really quite interesting. And when I was sitting in there, I said, we got to look at this song. And because we're looking at a song and trying to figure out what is the draw and why it shifts the atmosphere like that, who better to speak to that than a DJ? That's right. We are excited to have one of the coldest DJs out right now. One of the coldest DJs around. And guess what, folks? He ain't local. Yes, he's from the city of Kalamazoo. Yes, he's spinning every Thursday at a Jarko karaoke night on 9th Street. Yes, he DJ'd the celebration of hip hop in Kalamazoo, but he is also spinning in South Bend, in Florida, in Atlanta, and in Chicago. He is also a mentor for Project 6 out of Virginia. He is also certified in dealing with cognitively impaired youth. This brother served his country and time and is here to tell us how he survived it all. I want you to give a warm Behind Bars welcome to the one, the only Mr. Certified Grind.
Let's get it. Let's go.
I like that energy. Listen, certified. Let me tell you something. Your energy is off the charts, man. Let me tell you something.
Thank you.
Listen, I don't know. I don't know how I ended up friends with you. Because I've been friends with you a while now on Facebook. But I used to tune in when you be places DJing. And I'm watching you DJ and I'm thinking, Now, see, if I still went out like that and I seen the DJ DJing like this, I would be so turned up.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe. We gotta set the
Man,
tone.
it is a whole vibe. So we got some stuff we want to get into, but before we do any of that, I want you to shout your people out because I don't want them to be mad at you.
Oh yeah, for sure. First of all, I want to shout out GNT Global, man. We out here, man. This network is definitely entertainment. Shout out to Grind Time Enterprise. Don't want to forget God, man. Without him, there ain't nothing possible. You know what I'm saying?
Say
Everybody, man,
that.
family, friends, support, man. I love y'all, man.
Shout out to all Mr. Certifieds folks. So, Mr. Certified, we introduced a new segment called Bad Car Singing. But like I said, you know, they hitting and missing with these videos. So instead of Bad Car Singing, we gonna bring back Playtime one more time again.
Switching lanes, running lights, trying to race. Man, the police got behind us trying to chase us, but they can't. I be chilling in the track, I'm with K, blowing dank. Man, it's pain hitting deep, I'm calling Biz for the drink. If you a bad...
All right. So Certified. This is what Playtime is. Playtime, my son Big Play, he technically is my co-host still, but he's not here a lot. But
on vacation.
yeah. So it would be a time where he would say whatever interesting thing he'd been thinking about or something he's seen. I'm going to use it to have a question of the night. And here's the question.
Okay.
I was listening to the radio, right? And shout out to Mr. D.L. Hughley and his whole bunch, because I like him. I was listening to him, and they were talking about this couple. So the lady had called in, and apparently she's been dating this guy for 3 years, and he's really, really close to his ex-wife. And when I say close, I mean like they got kids together. They go shopping together for the kids. They, you know, if she goes out of town, he goes to her house, which is the house that he used to live at, and keeps the kids there and sleeps in the bed their marital bed. He sleeps in the bed, and they do all of this type of stuff together, right? So for Christmas this year, he usually has the kids, they usually split the time. Well, this year they're not going to be able to split it. So he's saying he's going to go and spend the night, Christmas Eve, at his ex-wife's house, so he could be there with the kids when they wake up for the gifts. And right. Little mama like, you know what? I'm all for a lot of this stuff, but that is a bridge too far. What say you, Certified?
Hey, I say, hey, he might as well go ahead and pack his clothes up and go and stay where he at. hey, look, you know they say when a woman fed up, no, I don't think that one gonna work.
So, but do you think she justified in feeling that way?
Definitely, because I know if the shoe was on the other foot, he wouldn't be going for that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no,
that's just being real. You know what I'm saying? You can't go lay up in his bed and come here. Nah.
Right. And my thing is this, they're like, it was people, even D.L. Hughley, like, no, I can understand him wanting to do that. Man, please, get out of here, dude. You trying to tell... See, because I'm a little different, Certified, because to me, going and sleeping in your marital bed is too much. It's too much. Imagine this, Certified. Now you probably, I don't know if you married. Are you married? Oh boy, no. Forget it. I'm not gonna put you out there like that because your pause was kind of awkward.
To the game.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna use you, but just say in another life. Say if you was in another life, and you had a wife, and y'all lived together. You would probably have some type of memories together, right?
Right.
Do you think that going and sleeping in the bed, your marital bed, where you did marital things with this woman, and she's gone. Do you think that would kind of excite or drum up some old memories?
Yeah, definitely. If y'all still got, you know what I'm saying? I'm not on another note though. I can't say like with my kids' mother, we have a great relationship, but we not sleeping in each other's beds. You know what I'm saying? We got a great relationship. That's my best friend. You know what I'm saying? If I need somebody, I know I can call her. But we ain't sleeping.
Right.
Yeah, that's a step too far. Yeah, that's gonna. I don't. It might not jog up nothing. You know what I'm saying between us, but it definitely will cause conflict with the other relationship if you're serious about the other relationship.
And
For
that's the
sure.
whole thing. I'm like, because sometimes it's just about things, things. I feel like stuff shouldn't even look inappropriate. People always say, I wasn't even doing nothing, or it ain't even like that. Doesn't matter. If it looks inappropriate, it's inappropriate in my eyes. But, I don't
Right.
know. You're not sleeping in because I would kind of feel like all of that shopping together and stuff is too much. Like, you all are divorced. I get trying to do stuff with the kids and whatnot, but you're giving the kids false hope for one thing because you're portraying something, and you know how kids are.
Right.
Mama and
Right.
daddy's together. No, mama and daddy ain't together. So you say that you think you would have a problem with it if the shoe was on the other foot.
Oh yeah, it'll definitely be a problem in that house.
Okay.
It'll be a
So,
problem in that
so,
house. Yeah, for sure.
so your woman can't go sleep. Even he ain't there.
Nah,
She can't go
nah,
sleep in
nah,
the bed where she used to sleep with the Negro.
nah. Ain't none of that happening. She better meet him at the door.
Listen,
She better.
listen, certified. I'm telling you, the memories come up. Now I'm speaking from experience. Now I done been in relationships and separate from the person and be in my own bed and something spark a memory. So just imagine you going to sleep in the bed where you was sleeping with that woman. No, I ain't
Yeah,
going.
yeah,
Y'all tell me what y'all
yeah. No.
think in the comments, though. I want to hear what the inmates got to say about that. Me personally, it's a no go. Like,
Yeah. I
especially
think
if
that's gonna be.
do you think that's gonna be the
I
consensus?
think it's gonna be the consensus. It's gonna be unanimous. I think across the board.
He said it's unanimous.
Yeah, across the board, everybody.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. But y'all put it down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. That's our playtime for today. Y'all do with it what you will, but don't play with me.
Switching lanes, running lights, trying to race. Man, the police got behind us, trying to chase us, but they can't. I be chilling in the track, I'm with K, blowing dank. Man, it's pain hitting deep, I'm calling bills for the drink. If you a bad
All right, Mr. Certified. So, you know the song we're looking at today, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You
That's the one.
that's the
That's the
one.
one.
That's the one.
That's one of the ones.
That's one of
That's
the
a heavy
ones.
rotation.
Is it
That's
heavy
heavy rotation
rotation?
right there. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
And see, this is why I wanted you, because you a DJ. You know what I mean? And DJs, they have another perspective because it's sometimes DJs are know songs that, you may not think is hot, but they know what they see when they out there and they DJing. So I like to hear what you got to say on this. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna play the beginning before the beat drop. We're gonna play that part right there, and then we're gonna come back and discuss that. And obviously we do not own the copyright to this music, but we're using it for educational purpose, discourse, and I was just looking at that. And so Facebook don't play with me. So let's hear the first part of it, and then we're gonna come back.
I know they prayed on my downfall. They what? I know they prayed on my downfall. On RT, and yeah, I stood tall. They so disloyal, show them how to boil. Go get a thermometer for the pot. I need this beer cooked right. Let's keep that water 400 degrees Fahrenheit. You ever been inside a federal courtroom? Homie, you ever went to trial and fought for your life?
Being broke did something to my spirit. Asked so many to plug me, they act like they couldn't hear me. Look at me now, driving German engineering. You don't want your baby mama keep them near me, Kilroy. Remember when I used to use your L's to hit the road, hit the O and make them big boy sales? Move, remember when you had them green things made with vacuum seals, trying not to have them green things smell? Feds was on me. What you know about related through money? I don't know nothing. I just used to see them walk to the county. I be with women, my body count go from Persian to Cody. Any further questions, you can take that up with the lawyer. I hit up Finkel J Money, Brimo Low Project Joe will tell you every day before school I sold a half bow. How you think I won best dress with no support and had them paid lawyers coming in and out of court? Hey Wando, hey Theo, ain't it a blessing? We made it out Kentucky after all that happened. After the pre-trials, after the status, after them impact statements, after the castle. Hey JR, ain't it a blessing? We made it out of Lansing after all that happened. After Michigan State, after Hubbard, when our mans told on us, the bands they took from us. Joy Road, but the money long as 6.
See, I hate to cut you off right there. Certified, because I know where you was going.
We're about to go up. Yeah, we're about to go up.
Listen, you can feel it. You can feel it in the room. Like, you can feel it. So before we even get to these questions, though, so we know that Tee Grizzly is from Detroit, and we know what happened with him at Michigan State and all those, all the trouble we got into. So do you think that us knowing all of that, does that make it more hype? Because like we know this is like true story. We can follow the news clips.
I believe for real, I ain't gonna lie to you, it's the build up and his wordplay, man. A lot of people don't know, you know what I'm saying? Tee Grizzly, he went to school at Michigan State, so he real articulate, you know what I'm saying? His wordplay in that song and in the way he built it up and just fed you just a little bit at a time and just kept that mud boiling. And hey, it was about to drop a second. Hey, we would have left it playing for a second more, it's gonna drop.
Listen, and I think that's right, but that's why it's so interesting how people know every word, because it's not a real simple rhyme pattern,
Right.
When it's a simple rhyme pattern, like everybody can recite it. But that rhyme pattern is kind of unorthodox. And for people to be saying every word is crazy. So what's the reactions you used to seeing when you play that?
Oh man, that song and that Meek Mills, man, it's like people can gravitate to it because a lot of people have either been through it. They done been around somebody that done went through it, you know what I'm saying? But it's just, like I said, the wordplay puts you right there. It's like you in that courtroom with him. You know what I'm saying? He articulated the whole scenario so perfectly, man.
You said that Meek Mill. My son was telling me that when I was working on this. He was like, yeah, Ma, that's that and that Meek Mill. Which Meek Mill is you talking about?
That started off poor with dreams to earn more. You already know what time it is.
Yeah, he said the same thing, though. So tell me this, because you DJ everywhere, right? Because you set to head to Florida here in a little bit, right? Or
yes, ma'am. Head out there. I'll be out there after New Year's.
Oh, okay. So listen, is this just like that in Michigan?
No, ma'am. No.
That's what I was wondering.
That's worldwide. I went on I did an all-white party on the boat in Chicago. And these was like people, like you said, like 40s, you know what I'm saying? Older people, businessmen, women. Man, I threw that song on there and they went crazy. I said, it's universal.
You know what? I gotta get you. I gotta boo you right now. Listen, certified. Now, I know you don't know this, but Play My in her 40s. Now you just called us old people. Oh, yeah. Now you gotta back off that. Now you about to get. I'm about to pull the plug on you.
I'm gonna say season. Next time I'm gonna just say season. I'm gonna say season. You right?
There you go. There you go.
You right.
But listen, though, that's the thing, because the event that I was at, it was very diverse. It ranged people from 20s all the way up to 50s. My homegirl, now obviously I'm not as into secular music as they are, But they're not really into rap, you know. And I probably listen to more rap just from doing the podcast, and because I was a rapper. My homegirl, she knew every word. Now she is from Detroit, but she knew every word. She 43, 44. She was
Right.
so I could just imagine that. So when we look at these words, let's look at these bars though. He say, and I played the edited version because shout out to Tee Grizzly for having the wherewithal to record his own edited version. You can still get the context. There's not a lot of blanks, so shout out to him for that. But listen what he said. He said, these niggas prayed on my downfall. He said that. On all 10, I stood tall, show these disloyal niggas how to ball. You ever been inside a federal courtroom? You ever went to trial and fought for your life? Being broke did something to my spirit. Ask a nigga to plug me. They act like they couldn't hear me. Tell me this. You had a rough start in life, right?
Correct.
You said something about leaving home at 13. What prompted that?
My father came home from prison. And, my father was in prison for a while. He from Chicago, Blackstone. He did a lot of gang banging. And he had caught a nice little ticket. He was in prison for a while. So when he was in prison, he pretty much changed his life around. He came home and he really wanted to be a father, but I don't think he really knew how to be a father. He was more so he was aggressive with it. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get to know us, get to learn us. So he wanted to just switch everything around in the day, and it just I had a lot of pride. Me and him a lot of light. We just had stuff for that. We a lot of light. You know what I'm saying? I'm an alpha male. He an alpha male. Even at 13, I wasn't going, and we had our fallout. And it was either I had to leave or he had to leave. And my mom, she really committed to her marriage. You know what I'm saying? She better words to death do her part type. So, I ended up moving with my grandma though. You know what I'm saying? I moved out and moved with my grandma, but that's what prompted it. He came home. He wanted me to do right. He was telling me everything right, but it was the way he was carrying the message.
And you said something though, because you said that he didn't get to know you first, because I'm assuming if you were only 13 when this happened and you said he did a big stretch, you was probably a very small kid when he left.
Baby.
A baby?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, so you didn't even really know him.
I just knew the story. You know, everybody tell the stories. Oh, you look like your daddy. Your daddy was this. And, you know, I go to Chicago, see his side because he got a twin brother, and they get to tell me.
Oh,
stuff.
wow.
So that's how I knew about him like that for real.
Yeah, and so when you think about having that rough start, and if I'm not mistaken, just kind of in comparison to what Grizzly talking about here. Have you ever felt like there was some sort of, if not individuals, some force or something that you just was keeping you down, or maybe not preying on your downfall, but not really trying to help you to come up out of the situation you was in?
Truth be told, I'll just be honest. I'm gonna tell myself I was that force. You know, I found a lot of stuff to get into that I shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? People tell me, hey, man, you shouldn't do this. And I do it anyways and hold myself back. My mom, my grandma, they pretty much raised me, and they was praying women. So the only thing that probably kept me up was they positive force for real.
Wow.
I got into everything on my own.
Let me tell you something though, certified. That's big though, because it's a lot of times accountability is something people don't want to take. And for you to just say it out your mouth, you was the force that was keeping you down. But that's probably why you shine so bright today though, because if you live like that, taking accountability for yourself, it make you grow. So he talks about going to trial, fighting for his life. Now, from my understanding, you did some time, so you've sat in front of judges.
Yes, ma'am. And
what was that like?
I feel him. man, it's nerve wracking. It's all the way up until the time that you get your time, man. It's just like you thinking in your head like these people got the power to do whatever they want to in my life right now. You know what I'm saying? You put
Yeah.
yourself in that position. You know what I'm saying? You going in court and they paint the worst story of you that they can. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, you got your parents, your family members coming in there. My mom used to come to the court dates and just cry like, that's not my son. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. And you just got to hold it together. You got to look back and you got to keep your strength. Now, when you get back to the cell, you're going to cry. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
Right.
for the moment while you're in court, you got to hold it together. It's a lot. It's heavy on your shoulders for sure.
So what did you do? What was the case that you was fighting?
I had a robbery abduction charge.
You said a robbery abduction.
Robbery
So
abduction. Yes, ma'am.
that you know what? That sound like you got to tell us what what's the circumstance. I mean, I don't want you. I mean, you done did your time anyway, man. But I'm
It don't
just
matter. I can go into it. I can go into. Hey, look, I'm an open book. I'm an
go
open book.
ahead. What's
So
that?
so I so at the time, around that time, I came. I was out of the military. I came home from the military, and I was waiting for to get my military service, my government services, and they was taking too long with it, and I needed something to bubble. I needed something to go. So I got around the, you know what I'm saying, the wrong people. And I can't even say it was them, you know what I'm saying, because I was more so just being the follower versus being the
Mm-hmm.
leader I know I am. So I jumped in some stuff, and situations happened. We, you know what I'm saying, ran up in somewhere. And when we ran up in there, we didn't know somebody, another person was in there. And
Right.
it just flipped in seconds. I'm talking about the whole supposed to run in and run out situation that switched up, you know what I'm saying? And it turned to something different, totally different.
Well, I had Johnny Fitness on the show, and he was telling
My
me,
boy.
yeah, he's on here. He's on here,
Yeah.
and he was kind of talking about he got caught up in the same thing. Now he said he had took somebody up on basically a hit. They said they had a hit out on somebody, and him and his crew, took up on it, and they was going, and he wasn't there, and somebody else was there. And so they held up waiting for him, and that's how they ended up getting basically the home invasion, kidnapping, all of that. So ain't it weird how something could, because I mean, let's be honest, your intentions was bad anyway from the beginning,
Right.
but how it can escalate so quickly, so quickly. So how much time did you end up doing for that?
They gave me 40 off the top, but only had to
40?
serve 10. Yeah, baby, that was my first time ever getting in trouble. See what they
Wait
do
a
is, you know what I'm
minute.
saying? That's
Back
how
up.
that's
Back
how hey
up.
look that's
Back
how I felt when
up.
the judge when the judge said it. That's how I felt. But what it boiled down to, they say 40, then they take away years. Like I'm gonna take away this for that. I'm gonna take away this for that. And when you do whatever time they give you, you got the remainder of that basically to keep the peace. So I'm still basically on parole. I got to keep
That's the
the peace for
tell.
30. Yeah, for 30 more years. Yes, ma'am.
My brother used to call it some more go ahead. Cause when he's like, you get out, you still got some go ahead.
Go ahead, yo, for real. And they don't mind getting it about you either. One little
Right,
small
right.
violation, they coming.
So that was your first time getting in trouble, and you did 10 years.
Yes, well, my first adult time, yep. My first
That's what
adult
I'm
trouble, yep.
saying. Yeah, that's
Yep,
wild.
yep.
So
They
so
ain't hesitate.
they usually don't, when it's certain folks. Well, tell me this: after coming home from being incarcerated, who plugged you? Like who? Because here, Grizzly talking about he asked a nigga for a plug to act like they ain't hearing. Who plugged you on anything? It don't have to be. I mean, like with a gig, an opportunity. Like who kind of just helped lift you up when you came home?
I was blessed, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I got a strong support system. I got it's a lot of women in my family, you know what I'm saying? My mother, my grandma passed, one of my grandmas passed while I was in there. That was one of my strong supports. But I had my sisters, you know what I'm saying? I got support. I got brothers, you know what I'm saying? We got a big family. So they pulled together. But the main person that really plugged me and showed me a path, because like when I came out, I was just jumping in jobs, factory. I was wandering around. I didn't know what I wanted to do. DJ June out of Albion, that was the first person that actually set me down and was like, "Hey man, so what you want to do?" And he put a board in my hand. You know what I'm saying? And ever since then, I was, hey, take off.
Tell them what you mean by a board.
A DJ board. He put a DJ board in my hand. He said, "I'm gonna tell you how he did it. Though it was so funny too, because we was at a party. Now usually I get on the mic and just hype it up. You know what I'm saying? That's all I was doing at the time. I was just hype man. So he told me he had to go to the bathroom, and I'm like, all right. He like, hey, hold me down for like 10 minutes. And that's the norm. I hold him down 10 minutes. He run to the bathroom, come back. Man, he disappeared for the whole rest of the party.
Sink or swim.
Man, and that's what it was too. Because he said, you've been talking all this stuff about you could do this better than me, and this, you know, we get to talking trash back and forth. And he's like, yeah, now it's time for you to show. He said, but you did good.
Yeah, and you know what? He knew you could do it. That's why he did it.
Yep.
He knew you could do it. That's love, though. That's the type of people you need around you. You know, somebody that's
shout out that boy DJ Jones.
Yeah, shout out to him, because some people, and people call them big homies, you get out of prison and the first thing they do is put something in your hand that's gonna get you back in prison. And to me, those ain't big homies. You know what I mean? Those are the people that you kind of got to stay away from. So for him to give you something that you still doing today and it's still taking you places, that's what's up. So how about this then? So he say every day before school, I sold a half a bow. How you think I won best dressed with no support and had them pay lawyers coming in and out of court? Ain't that a blessing? We made it out Kentucky after all that happened, after the pre-trials, after the status, after the impact statements, after the castle. You know what I mean? He going in. So you left home at 13. So I can imagine, even though, like you said, you had your grandmother, you had all these people. What was it like, though, like in school? Because even if you got grandma, it's when you're not with your parents, it can make you feel a certain way, whether you admit it or not. So what was school like after leaving home at 13?
I came from my mom, she was staying on the good side of the south side, deep by Portage, you know what I'm saying? When I moved, my grandma moved over there by Church Patterson, North Edwards, that little area over there. You know what I'm saying? So it was definitely it was a different culture, you know what I'm saying? I slid through there and I had way more freedom, you know what I'm saying? Because my grandma, she was never the type to really home me. She let me make my own decision, but at the same time, she encouraged me to make the right ones.
Right.
Man, I got caught up in a lot of, you know what I'm saying, drugs, little stuff like that, doing stuff like that. But I always had, like I said, it always was good people that came around. Ed Genesis, shout out Big Ed, man.
Yeah, Ed been on here. Shout out to Mr. The Onlyest.
Ed used to pull up on me, you hear me? Him, Potty, Dontre, they'd pull up on me while I'm on the car. Hey, bro, it's school time. What you get in the car? Come on.
That's a big homie, though.
Come on. Yeah, come on, get in the car. You going to school.
Oh, man. That don't even surprise me either, though, after talking with Ed. But that's a big homie. That's a real big homie.
That big general right there.
We need more of people like that, you know, instead of older people trying to influence the younger people to do stupid stuff. That's the stuff that irritates me. But listen, Grizzly say, well, like you said, one in the blessing made it out of Kentucky. And in the blessing, we made it out of Lansing after all that happened. You're from Kalamazoo. You're in Indiana now. You got ties to Virginia. After all the stuff you went through, how'd you make it out of that? How'd you make it out of all of that stuff and still be this? Because you're so bright, like your personality and your spirit is so bright and happy. Like, how did you come out of all of that stuff with that?
I believe a lot of times the trials, the things we go to, it builds us to become the person we are. You know what I'm saying? I look at a lot of stuff like the butterfly effect. You know what I'm saying? I was in that little cocoon, really trying to find myself. So
Right.
once I bust out that cocoon, I was ready for the world. I'm ready to get global. You hear me?
You ready
But
for the world?
now I'm ready to get global.
Oh gosh.
You know? But
So,
I do believe another thing with that prison time that helped out. You know what I'm saying? It matured me. I ain't gonna lie. I actually needed that. I
mm-hmm.
needed that.
That's
Yeah.
it. And it is well, Tee Grizzly, he's saying it in there. Ain't it a blessing? You know, I think we say that so lightly sometimes, but really it is nothing but the grace of God. And sometimes bad situations are a blessing. You know, they used to tell my brother that all the time when he was young. He got in a lot of trouble, and all the saints would always be praying for him. You know, we came up in church; they'd be praying for him. And as a kid, I would be thinking, "Man, they doing all this praying, but this nigga keep getting caught going to jail." I didn't understand. I didn't understand that. I firmly believe that him getting into juvenile and going saved his life. I think he would have probably ended up dead had he not been sent away some of those times because he was just that reckless. And so, you know, it is a blessing to make it out of all of that. But we're gonna let that beat drop in and hear that part of it and see what he's talking about that. But before we do, we got to take a quick commercial break. Hey, y'all. Hey. Benton Harbor, Grand Rapids, Battle Creek, Lansing, Portage, Comstock, Kalamazoo, and Parchment. It is time to awaken your taste buds. Chef Theola Red Soul Food is now in your backyard. The chef has unveiled a new location for Soul, located on 1324 Portage Road in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Soul Divine is the continuation of a business started years back when she decided to feed her community. Well, now she is taking on the entire area. For more information, visit their website at www.souldivinellc.com. and follow her on Instagram and Snapchat at SO_ULDEVINE. That's Soul Divine, feeding you love and good vibes. Shout out to Miss Theola. You know what? I was talking to my son one day, and he was talking about some good food he had. He was talking to me and my mom, and we was kind of jumping conversations. He was talking about his girl and all like this, and he started talking about the food, and he was like, I said, man, where you get that food? Because it was like, he's like, Theola, man, me and my mom fell out laughing. We cracking up. We thought his girl name was Theola. I said, man, you going now? That girl at least 40. Now, where you find a girl?
Yeah. You got a cool name. That's a good.
He like, no, Mom, that's the lady that make the plates. I was like, oh. And then, you know, just to see her opening up her spot, I was really excited about that because my son, he loved Theola's food.
Pull up over there. I'm about to check it out.
Yeah, she over there on Portage Road. I think on that same little strip right there with Ties.
Okay.
Yep. So let's hear this last part of this song. Again, we do not own the copyrights to this music. We gonna let that beat drop and play that out, and then we're gonna come back and chop it up.
Okay.
Ain't it a blessing? We made it out of Lansing after all that happened. After Michigan State, after Hubbard, when our mans told on us, the bands they took from us. Joy Road, with the money long as 6 mile, brick mile, knock your down, pick her up, knock her back down, pull her tracks out. Yes, I slap girl, yes, I slap dog, yes, I slap loud. Yes, I slap them in his mans if they act out. Yes, I caught cases on the road with them hitters, bro. Off me if I snitch, cause if you snitch, I'm gon' hit you. Spent a lot of time on the yard with them gorillas, stood tall, ain't let nobody touch me, quit being silly. I know for a fact your chick can make a mess for my dogs, cause we do it better, plus we doing better than yours. I'm at home when I'm down there in Lexington, dog. About the king, they gon' drop you in, who next to you, dog? Unsaid Lil T, get ahead of them boys. When you take off, don't look back and try to rescue them boys. You get his mans to make sure you get the rest of them boys. Don't let them get the best of you, just get the revenue, boy. So let me know what you so if I'm busy, you can manage. Fiends happy, bling dancing, eating $60 salad. Get it there and back, tell the feds I need a challenge. My first offer was 30 years, not a day lower. Told the prosecutor, holla at me when she sober. On parole, I'm a felon, you think I ain't got that blower? Yeah, you right, bro. Take his whole head off his shoulders. You hear me? Hit the rollie stove with the rollie on. What was our getaway car, Jag portfolio? You hear me? Hey, I heard I had some sneak dissers. Whoever feeling hot, that AR got a heat sensor. Cuz said don't entertain them hungry bums. I wish I would pay attention to these homeless bums. Don't call my phone, I don't want to do no song with none. And tell your chick to tighten up before I bone her, bro. I don't know you snitches, I don't want to know you. You ain't telling me, but you gon' make me want to blow you. Free my dog Perico, that boy was in there tripping. Blow the smile off your face, I catch you out here slipping. Boy, I can't trust you with that strap if you ain't got no bodies. Boy, I can't take you on no lick if you ain't robbed nobody. You ain't no shooter, you can't do that hit without no molly. I came home and had them all wetter than Kalahari. 30 months ago, bet they ain't think that I was coming home. I hear you shout out to them freaks that I've been coming on. Get them to the crib, bust them down, then it's run along. This SK, it get to shaking like it's something wrong. 30 bands 2 times, watch this money clone. The feds say my name hot like when the oven on. Sick, I came home to my little brother gone. Everybody looking for me, pull up in the scuddies on. Who said I'm a snitch? You just heard a lot from him. Better check the black and white, that paperwork of off for him. Zero toleration for that boy, take his life from him. He don't want that pistol plate, okay, I Tyson him. I ain't hear from different when I had them blues on. So soon as you done blowing, put your shoes on. I'm on parole in 2 states, I can't move wrong. The feds tryna build a case, I can't move wrong. I went to trial back to back, yeah, I'm 2-0. State of Kentucky banned me from Mary Jury Stone. See, I can't even be in public with my hoodie on. Michigan State don't want them here, they don't know what he on. I know they prayed on my downfall. I already know that. I know they prayed on my downfall. On R10, yeah, I stood tall. 10 toes. They so disloyal, show them how to ball.
Yeah.
That dude went all the way in.
That's the first time I ever heard the edited version. I'm shocked. Like he ain't have no gaps, no pauses.
He didn't lose nothing. Yeah. He didn't lose nothing. That's why I tell my son, like, you make your own edited version, because if somebody else got to blank it out, I guarantee you're gonna lose context and it's not gonna flow good. It still hit the same. Man,
you gonna make me download the edited version now.
Whoo, man, the boy went stupid. He went silly on this. Now he said, spent a lot of time on the yard with them gorillas, stood tall. Did I let niggas quit being silly? Okay, now you did 10 years. So you spend a lot of time on the yard with them gorillas too. What are there some things? Because I've talked to a few people listen. It's been at least 4 people on here that did double digits that I've had, and yeah, they done did a lot of time. But was there lessons that you learned in prison that you use today, whether it's in your own pursuits or when you're talking to youth?
Definitely. One thing I definitely learned in there is if you don't believe in yourself, ain't nobody else gonna believe in you. So you definitely gotta have that confidence about you, that swag, because if you don't, you're gonna be fooled. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute. Stop right there, certified. Because that's an interesting lesson to learn in prison. That seems like something that you would learn outside of prison. Why did you learn that in prison?
Because on the outside, a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, we grown up, we followers. You know what I'm saying? We don't know ourselves. We don't take the time to get to know ourselves. So we really can't have that confidence and that swagger until you really know yourself. You know what I'm saying? Once you start knowing yourself, what you gonna stand for, like he said, 10 toes. Hey, look, this is what I'm for, and I ain't going for nothing less. You know what I'm saying? That's when you get that swagger about yourself. Like, hey, look, I ain't going, bro. They can see it in you. You ain't even gotta say it. They can see it in you. You know what I'm saying? And
you apply that to life now as well.
Yep. When I be in these boardrooms, I tell them my price on the bid. Hey, that's my price, and I ain't going nowhere.
That's it.
I'm worth that. Yeah, I'm worth that.
And that's what I tell people all the time. You, because I do spoken word, and people pay me to come to write original work for different events. And, sometimes people will see me doing that and they think it's free. you know, and they think it's free. I don't know why, because ain't nothing free, but and I'll give them a price and they'll say, oh no, that's too much. I said, well, no, it's not too much. You don't determine what my time and my talent is worth. Now you can say that's not something you want to pay, and I'm not mad at it.
Right. I'll move on to the next.
Yeah, I'm not mad at all because, I ain't gonna hold you up. So were there times when you were in there that you were honestly afraid though?
I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, when I was going through the whole court process, it took them like a year, maybe a year and a half, 2 years before they even sentenced me. So while I was going through that, man, I was losing weight. I was,
Right.
I was scared. I ain't gonna lie, because I didn't know what they was gonna do to me. They give you all that paperwork that say all that time, 40, 50 years, this, and the
Right.
third. You know what I'm saying?
You'd be like Claude you'd be like not Claude, be like on Malcolm X when his homie, they was in court and they was going give him all that time and he fainted in the courtroom.
Man, I'm trying to tell you.
He thought he had 1,000 years. Are there things even though like today that you struggle with as a result of that time?
Sometimes I do. I do have PTSD. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I get in my mode and I drift away, get away from everybody. That's something I'm still, you know what I'm saying, working with it myself, because that's how I find my peace. A lot of people don't understand that. But sometimes when you do have something like PTSD or something like that, you got to get your little time to yourself to get yourself together. So you
Right.
know what I'm saying. When I do it, a lot of my family, they don't like it, but
I'm sure.
that's what I got to do.
Yeah. Well, like you say, you got to do what you got to do. So Tee Grizzly say in this song, he say, Unc said, Lil T, get ahead of them niggas. When you take off, don't look back and try to rescue them niggas. Now, I don't particularly, I take issue with that line, but you came out of a serious situation. What makes you feel like you gonna give back? Because you reaching back, you talking to the youth, you going different places. What made you feel like you needed to do that?
For me, it was definitely well, my last year in prison, I got connected with Project 6. And I fell in love with being a mentor. I fell in love with doing public speaking, events. Not only that, I could be myself. You know what I'm saying? I ain't have to.
Right,
They ain't make me suit and tie. They ain't make me. You know what I'm saying? I came in hoodie, jogging pants. Hey, let me tell
right,
y'all this story, and I ain't have to fabricate nothing. Tell them, you know what I'm saying? They come to you, and once they see you somebody they can relate to, most kids they open up. You know what I'm saying? They get to
right,
talking to you. Hey, this is going on with me. And if I have insight on it, I'll let them know. But if I don't, hey, look, let me find somebody that can, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what a lot of people need to start doing nowadays. If you don't know the answer, don't just give somebody an answer just because they
right.
ask, you know what I'm saying?
Don't
Get some
BS them.
resources.
Yeah,
Yeah, because there's a lot of them really out there hurting. They looking for answers.
right. And people, but that means people got to be humble enough and okay with saying, I don't know. You know what
I
I
don't
mean?
know. Yep.
And there's so much in that. I do it at work all the time. If it's something, that I don't know, I'm not going to make something up. I'll get the answer for you, but I don't have it for you right now.
Right. Yeah, I find it.
Yeah, I'll get it for you, but I ain't got it for you right now. So, are there times? Because I imagine that his uncle probably giving him this advice because he don't want him to get dragged back in the stuff. So
Right.
I get it. Are there times where the work that you do puts your own progress in jeopardy? And if so, then what do you do about that?
Well, as far as what I'm doing now, I ain't gonna lie. I love music. I used to rap. You know what I'm saying? I was an MC
Uh
before.
oh.
So just
Certified got
oh
bars.
yeah. I got some bars now. But yeah, it's definitely I always love music. So this is what I'm doing now. I ain't gonna lie. It's almost it's
Yeah.
setting steps for my life. It's not really setting me back. It's actually pushing me forward. I'm getting to get in rooms and meet people that I probably would have never met before.
Right.
Had I not jumped in this lane, I just came back from the Puff Daddy Revolt in Atlanta. I
Right.
DJ'd that this summer. You know what I'm saying? I would have never got to meet him, none of them people,
Right.
had I not been in this lane. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely set me up for better. Now, when I get in my way, that's when the
Mm-hmm.
problem comes. Sometimes I get my own way.
Or I'm speaking more so though, like your worth, because I know you work with at-risk youth, and you work and you. So does sometimes does that have you in places and doing things
Schedule.
that
Schedule
okay,
wise, I man, I don't have enough hours in a day. I promise you. Everybody else, man, sit down, take a nap. I can't, you know what I'm saying? Tam and T in the morning, hey man, what is you doing? I'm always on the road. I'm somewhere because I'm trying to, like, my goal is, like I tell people all the time, I had 10 years of sleep. So my
I
goal
was
now
just
is to
gonna
really
say
get out
that.
here and do what I'm supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was born with a purpose, and I feel like this is my purpose. You know what I'm saying? Reaching out to people.
Right. I don't know who said it, but it might have been Rollo and them, but somebody said, folks that went to prison and got out of prison and they done pass you up. That's a shame. Because you had, like you say, man, I was on ice for 10 years. What I'm slowing down for. And I can understand you feeling that way because you lost a lot of time. You got to do what you got to do. Take care of yourself, though. Certified. Don't run yourself in the ground, but you
Yes.
keep going. So he say, this part right here is just amusing to me. Boy, I can't trust you with the strap if you ain't got no bodies. Well, I can't take you on no lick if you ain't robbed nobody. You ain't no shooter. You can't do that without no molly. Tee Grizzly. Tee Grizzly is, and I hate to even laugh at that because I'm always talking about, our responsibility with the music and whatnot. So, how do you feel regarding as far as like for the glorification of drugs and violence and things like that? Do you consider that when you DJing? Does that ever, you know, affect what you play, when you play it, where you at?
Yep. I definitely, anytime I do like a teenage party or a younger party, I check with the adults first of all if I play any music. If they don't say nothing, most of my music be edited. I don't really try to do it, but at the same time, I know it's out there. They know about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I usually, you know what I'm saying, like I said, I do like the old DJs, DJs of the old, the ones I came up under. You know what I'm saying? I might play a little hype music, but towards that end, I'm bringing that mode down. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yes.
settling them down. I'm making them chill out, so you don't go outside with all that. You know what I'm saying? In your
Yes.
head, yeah.
You
But it
know
definitely
what? It
affects the mood.
does. I remember now, I don't go, obviously, I don't go out no more, but I used to go out. I used to go out and I was a little, I was a little pistol starter. If me and my homies was out, it's subject to be some stuff. Just
Right.
because, just we was just, we was wild like that. But I can remember them playing certain songs and I'm thinking, yeah, I can't wait till they play this song because I'm gonna get on the dance floor. We gonna do this, and when you do that, it's always a few people that don't like you. They feel like you talking straight to them, and it's like
Yep.
they start playing stuff like "Don't start, no, won't be no." This back in the day, and I'm thinking, I look back
Yep.
now and I think, well, no wonder we was always fighting. you know?
And that was that Lil John. That was that Lil John era. That crunk music.
Man, I'm talking about all type of, just and I hear some of the music that's out now, and I'm thinking I would never play that. And I was like, that is just inviting a shootout,
Oh yeah,
So,
some of that music. Yeah.
but I'm glad you got that. You got the old school because that is old school DJ. You start hearing that slow music come on, the party about over.
Yeah, we tuning it, winding them on down, yo. I
Yeah,
don't want you to go out there. I don't want you to go out there too hype.
right. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get out of here.
Yeah, you got. Yeah,
So,
it's time to go.
right. Tell me this. How do you think the way that you grew up, forget about what you got into later, but like your upbringing, just say from birth to 15, how much do you think what you experienced in that time affects who you are and how you are today?
I believe it affects a lot. You know what I'm saying? The lessons you learn from your youth, it definitely stick with you when you get older. Like I said, I'll be big on saying, man, I wish I would have, you know what I'm saying? It happened all the time. Like when you're young,
Right.
it definitely the decisions you make affect you. You know what I'm saying? When you get older, for sure.
Yeah. And
Yeah, for
here's the
sure.
thing. It's funny that you say, I wish I had a, or I just had made a note the other day that, or was that today, that says, if only, if only matters if we got a time machine. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Otherwise,
facts,
it's useless. You know what I mean?
facts.
If only, I wish I would. That's only relevant if we got a time machine. We got to go from where we are today. You know what I mean? We got to deal with that stuff, obviously, because it shapes us. But I like how, and I'm sure there is, like you say, you have the PTSD and things like that. But I like how your affect, your everyday motion doesn't seem to be colored by all that you went through. That mean you doing the work. You know what I mean? That mean
Appreciate
you
that.
resolving stuff. So shout out to Certified for that.
Hey.
Certified, what is something that you wish people knew about you that they
Um, I,
don't?
I wish I wish a lot of people just knew, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, they like you said, your past it paints a picture. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, especially hometown people, man, they know me from my past. They know what I used to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like they see me now and they still think that instead of taking the time to get to know me now. You know what I'm saying? Even like family, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes family be the worst because they remember who you was and they don't take the
Right.
time to get to know who you is. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's one thing I wish people took the time to get to know the me now, the man, the grown
Right.
man.
To the today you.
Yeah.
So, and I can tell you this. I obviously I didn't know you before, just recently. And then, I said I wouldn't say that I know you well, but I think that how you come across is obvious that you've grown, because I would have never, I wouldn't have guessed that you had ever, like, it's some people that have been on here. I'd be like, oh yeah, they definitely been to prison, I see you still got the prison residue on you, baby. But I would
Yeah,
have
you can
never
see
guessed
it.
that. I would have never guessed that about you at all. So,
Oh, that's good.
yeah, keep growing. So these bars right here, he said, I'm on parole in 2 states. I can't move wrong. The Fed's trying to build a case. I can't move wrong. I went to trial back to back. I'm 2-0. State of Kentucky banned me from every jury store. See, I can't even be in public with my hoodie on. Michigan State don't want him there. They don't know what he on. This goes back to kind of what we were saying about people holding your past mistakes to you. Now, obviously,
Definitely.
but do you think that's fair? So, like for him, they ban you for Kentucky, ban you from every jury store. Do you think that it's fair for people to recall the things that you've done?
I don't. Me personally, now I don't. I ain't gonna lie. Back before, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really didn't look at it like, you know what I'm saying, what it is now. But me personally, now I'm like, nah, that's not right. Because once you do that time, it's like that time is you paying back for your crime. So when you come out, you shouldn't still have to pay. You know what I'm saying? People banning you from places. You can't get certain jobs, and then they coming at you like, oh, why you can't pay this? Why you can't? Well, 'cause I
Right.
can't get no job because y'all banning me. You know what I'm saying? So it make it difficult because you got to find your own lane, your own wave. I don't know. I don't think it's right. I don't. I really don't.
Let me offer this up and tell me what you think about it. So, when we do things well, when we excel at stuff, when we do positive things, we want that on our ledger, right? We want
Right.
we want that on our ledger. We want that on our life board, basically. We want to be recognized for it.
Right.
So I think that when we do bad stuff, we have to know that it's got to be on our ledger. You know what I mean? We can't erase the bad and only leave the good. Here's where I agree with you. I think when we live and we begin to prove out that that's not who we are, when we begin to do the right things, I don't think that should be held against us. But I can't hardly say now, because I'm gonna ask you this. I'm gonna wait to ask you that last question though. But I can't be mad if they don't want you in the jewelry store, Tee Grizzly, and you was in there. And maybe one day you should be able to go back. But now, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it should be held against us, but we can't say, I want y'all to remember and hold me up for all the good things I ever did, but I want y'all to completely erase and never that the bad things never affect me. I just don't think it's realistic. And you know, just you know, I just don't think it should be held against you. You know what I mean? When you've shown and you're trying to progress, but we can't forget it. But do you think, I'm just going to ask you now, do you think MSU need to let Tee Grizzly back?
Man, they need to let that man back in there. The jewelry stores need to let my man is worth $1.5 million. His net worth, he not stealing nothing no more.
Listen, and let's say this too. Let's say this too. He not only he did his time, because I think he only ended up having to do maybe not even quite a year. They tried to they sent him like 18 months to 20 years or something like that. And since he's been making money, he's gone back and followed up. And see, this is what I mean about, we don't have to forget what you did, but we need to acknowledge that you did your time in prison. And even after that, you paid your restitution and went back to the people personally, the people at Michigan State that he's robbed or whatever. He went back and tried to make that right and gave everything back that he stole. And so I don't think it's necessary for us to forget. I think it's necessary for us to acknowledge that he's grown and he's made right his wrong. And so, but that's just kind of how I look at it. Cause I mean, I sometimes think it's important for people to know, like I tell people all the time, they see me today and, you know, oh, she in the church, she this, she that. But I'll testify to who I was. I'll testify to the hellraiser that I was. I'll testify to the person that got the club shut down a whole bunch of Saturdays. Because
that was you.
That was me. So, but I'll testify to it just so that you can see what God did for me. You can see what, you know, whether it's, you know, my education or this, that, and other, you can see what, if you keep your nose to the grind, work, put God first, you can get to this. So I think we should acknowledge that, you know, where God brought you from, especially because you was a walking testimony certified. Shout out to Mr. Certified. Now, Mr. Certified, I got a job for you.
Okay, let's get it.
I got a job for you, and I don't want you to feel too, you know, don't feel no kind of way about it. Like I said, everybody's bad at this. You got a chance to be good, though. This is trivia time. Every end of every month, we give away money, but we have to put money in the jackpot. And the way we do that is the guest answers trivia questions, and for every question you get right, we put $10 in the jackpot. And you are going to help us today. I got 4 questions, so you got a chance to put $40 in there. Let's get it. The questions are going to be surrounding Mr. Tee Grizzly himself. I like a little spoof music when I ask the questions.
Yeah, you're trying to scare.
Question number 1. What is Tee Grizzly's government name?
Is it Terrell? I think it's Terrell. I want to say Terrell. Dang.
I'm gonna let you try. Do quick guess and certified thing. You don't even have to give me his whole name. If you could just give me his first name, I'll give you the point.
It started with a T.
Well, duh. You know,
I thought it was Terrell. It's Trenner, Trevor. It's something with a T.
I can't give it to you. I can't give you that one because I'm gonna have to give you another one. His name is Terry.
Terry. I knew it was
Terry. Terry Sanchez Wallace Jr. is his name.
Yep.
I can't give you points for that, but that's okay. We still got 3 more questions. Question number 2. What year was Tee Grizzly's single First Day Out released?
That was in 04. 04 or 01. One of the two. 01 or 04.
Certified, I want you to rethink that answer. You know it wasn't old nothing. It's a teenage year.
No, my fault. Yeah, 14. 14. It was either 14. I think it was 14.
Keep coming. Keep going.
There's a little bit after I got out. That's how I know it.
It's
15?
when he got out. It's when he got out.
I know he got out in October because I remember that. I remember it dropped around.
You almost
my
to
birthday
it.
in November.
You almost
my birthday
to
in
it.
November, so I remember when it dropped. It was one. It had to have been 14, 15, or 16. One of them.
Pick one of them.
Give me two to. Give me 20 for.
Pick one of them.
15. We're gonna stick with the 5. 16.
Woo! You got me working hard today. 2016 certified. You got me working hard today.
Some people need their money, man. I'm trying to get it to y'all. I'm sorry.
That's all right. We're giving you that. 2016 First Day came out. All right. Question number 3. Oh man, this one might be a doozy.
Uh-oh.
What did Tee Grizzly study in college? Think about it before you say it.
Economics and something else. I know one of them was economics, I think. Shoot. I know he went to Michigan State though.
Money.
Let me get 5. Let me get 5 for that.
I'll give you multiple choice.
Okay.
Was it law, finance and accounting, economics, or communications?
I want to say economics and communications.
Your economics is not right. Economics and communications are 2 different ones. So you either got to pick law, finance and accounting, economics,
finance and accounting.
Hey, whoo, we got 20. Well, I'm sweating. Certified. I'm sweating. You got me sweating.
You the best assist scorer on the team.
I'm Chris Paul up in this mug.
I'll catch you.
Okay. This is an easy one. I think you're gonna get this one. What was Tee Grizzly's crime in Lexington?
Robbery.
Attempted robbery of a jewelry store. Give him the money. That's it. That ain't too bad. Certified. We got $30. Did we get 30? Yeah, we got 30. You got 2, 3, and 4. $30 in the bank. Added to the jackpot. That's what we needed, man. That's what we needed. So we're gonna add that to the bank to give away at the end of the month. Grizzly, shout out to Tee Grizzly for dropping that banger. First of all, you, Mr. Certified, tell the people how they can book you as a DJ, how they can get in touch with you, all that good stuff.
You can look me up on any platform under I Am The Grind 269. Hit me on any platform, man. I'm definitely I'm ready. I'm ready to work. I'm ready to get it. Let's get it. Let's go.
And let me tell you something.
Gang, man.
And I know for a fact, I done been at a couple places where he's the DJ. Let me tell you, if he DJing, it's hype. I don't care what's going on. If Certified is DJing, it is hype because he hype. I'm so grateful that I was able to finally connect with you. I know you thought I forgot you. You thought I forgot you. You did. You tell the truth.
I thought you got busy. I know you be busy.
I definitely been busy. I definitely been busy, backed up, all of that. But I knew, and I'm always so excited once I do follow up. And you're a very good interview, very good to talk to. I'm praying that every righteous endeavor that you have, that you're successful in that, because I think you got the right spirit and the right motives. And so tell them about the mentorship though. Tell them that before we go too.
Okay. The mentorship, I'm doing it out of Project 6 out of Virginia. I work with people in Indiana too, but I pretty much I go to schools, you know what I'm saying? You can give me Ed Genesis has a thing going on in Kalamazoo, you know what I'm saying, as far as mentors. So it's a lot of big brothers out here, man. You just gotta just look it up. But I do mine out of Indiana and Virginia, but I don't have no problem coming anywhere else. I'll come anywhere else.
That's what's up.
Definitely.
And so if you want to book him, not just for DJing, but also for him to mentor and to speak to young man, you definitely should do that as well. It's been such a joy having you, Mr. Certified.
Thank you, Playmon.
So thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to chop it up with us. Y'all give it up for the one, the only Mr. Certified. Hey, man. I like that. I like that brother right there, man. He got such good energy. Every time I see him, he got such good energy. He DJing, he's fun. And I think y'all need to look him up. Like I say, DJing, mentorship, all of that. Remember, y'all need to be commenting, liking, and sharing this live. You need to be following Behind Bars podcast page, as well as Behind Bars discussion page, and go and follow the YouTube page. Behind Bars, you will see a picture of me, and that's how you know it's us. That's all the time we have for this week. I want you to continue to submit bad car videos singing. And let me tell y'all this, when I say bad car singing, doesn't mean that you can't sing. Doesn't mean that you don't know how to sing. Bad meaning bad, bad meaning good. Bad car singing. I need some more videos. Y'all help me out with that. Remember to go and stream that Nicole Hunter just released. Go and stream that Trillion Trail just released. You can always go and stream all that big play. You can go and stream that Bonnie G. She getting ready to drop something that's going to be so hot. She going to shake the game up. Y'all can definitely go and stream that Play My I'm Home. Just a little vanity project that I released just here recently. And stay locked in with the podcast that goes behind the bars of local and international artists, as well as discusses the culture in real time. Because as I always say, a life lived, it's a bar. We out.
No, these niggas cannot beat me. Don't know why they keep on trying. I'ma keep on grinding. My your boy gonna be on TV. We came all the way from nothing, turned it into something. No, these niggas I'ma keep on grinding. My your boy gon' be on TV.